want to talk to you about your opt-in list and getting people to subscribe to your list. This is something I didn't really talk a lot about, and I probably should have. Might be worth another chapter in the book, but the whole idea of having people opt into your list and putting them on an autoresponder is can be like magic if you haven't done it before. Now, there's a difference between putting them on a list that sends them listings of the area, and not to knock that, that's very valuable. People, who are shopping for a house, obviously they want to get the updated lists of new homes that come on the market in that area. But there's really nothing personal about that. You're not giving them any insight into who you are as an agent and what you represent in the neighborhood, and the whole idea here is to start a personal relationship with them without without having to go for coffee and spend a whole bunch of your time letting them get to know you. So in using your autoresponder properly and giving them a real reason to sign up for your autoresponder is really important for you to think about. Now, I recommend that you think in terms of a mini course. Mini courses are something that people like to sign up for, and so are reports, special reports. So taking the time to do a real special report that is, it doesn't have to be, you don't want it to be a big long journal or novel or whatever. You want it to be something that they can digest fairly easily, but you want it to be something that they're going to want as well. It's not my list of chicken cacciatore recipes or whatever. Think of things that they're looking for: how to save money on your first home, how to shop for foreclosure properties, how to that kind of stuff. Something that's related to what they're looking for, and really you can have a couple of these reports and use them as bait, essentially, to get people to sign up for your list. And once they're on your list, you don't want to just send them that report and then forget about them. You want to use an autoresponder to send them a sequence of emails. I recommend somewhere between 8 and 12 emails that are in a sequence, and then just put them on your normal mailing list. And make sure that you email your clients at least weekly with your newsletter. Now, tying this to your blog is also a really good idea, because rather than having to write a separate email, you can simply add them to your autoresponder, and every time you make a new blog post, that they get an email with that blog post and a link back to your website. So that's a good tool to save time. But you really want to take a little bit of time and think about your autoresponder sequence and use it to let them get to know you. How what are the things that you do that are different from other realtors? Even if they're not really different from other realtors, you need to position it that they are different from other realtors. The idea here is, familiarity, building familiarity with them, and becoming the person that in their area that is going to give them the expertise and the knowledge that they need to buy their home. Everybody else is doing the same thing. They're signing them up for an autoresponder that sends them the new listings today. And at best you have the header area of the email that has the your photo and your contact info and then all the listings. So that's not letting them get to know you. That's not building a rapport with them. And the only way that you can do that is by repeat exposure. So and this is something that will evolve over some time for you, but right on your homepage, you want to have the opt-in for your newsletter, for your special report. You want to make that front and center. Get to. There's some people who don't even let you into their website until you've opted in, because there's a mentality that says that if you give them the information that they're there for, the chances that they're going to return are pretty slim, unless you actually get their contact information. And there is something to be said for that. I don't know that I would necessarily profess doing a website where you require a login to get into the area, but there are plenty of people who do that, who simply have a landing page, and you need to sign in order to view their website. And otherwise, sign up for their website, and you'll get, a free report on 10 things they can do to sell their home faster, or 10 things they can do. The whole numbered list thing is a good way to do how-to stuff, how to get your home ready for sale, how to get the most money for your home, how to find homes at the best rates, how to apply for a mortgage. 10 things you need to know before you talk to your mortgage broker. Those are all ideas that would make good special reports that somebody would sign up for. So, a mini course on how to, what to know before you talk to your bank about a mortgage, right? And tell them about their credit score. And, and I mean, the other thing is credit scores and things like that. There's other opportunities within there to monetize that list. And that's something that I'll get into in more detail in another series. But things like, credit scores are a very good example. There's a number of different websites that you can sign up and get affiliate programs for, where, essentially it is very important for them to know what their credit score is before they go and apply for a mortgage. It's going to make a big difference if they have that information up front. And, why not make a few dollars by telling them, here's a good website where you can go, and it'll give you all 3 of your credit scores. And if you go and sign up, I'll give you a bonus, another report or another video on how you can, 10 things you can do to improve your credit score now that you know what it is. So, that aside, the key that I want you to sort of take away from this video is build your list. It's the most important thing. It is your business at the end of the day, and instead of relying on face-to-face meetings to build that relationship with people, you can do that with email very, very powerfully. Combine that with video, like this type of a video or a screencast or something, and you've added even more power. Make a blog channel that's only visible to people when they've logged in, or maybe it's just a blog channel that you're not advertising on your website, so you can send them a link to your to specific posts, which will get them through your autoresponder sequence. Your autoresponder sequence can be something as simple as, here's day 2, go follow this link and find out more info on credit score. Splitting your list as well, you probably deal with different types of people. First of all, I mean, right off the bat, there's buyers and sellers. So somebody who's a buyer isn't necessarily interested in getting 10 tips on how to sell their home better because they're not selling their home. So that initial split is important. Providing information for other realtors is also really important. If you sort of practice the theory that a referral is a lot easier to close than a new sale, do some stuff that will interest other realtors and get other realtors to get to know you. Social networks for realtors like Broker Agent Social and Active Rain, those are great places to build those relationships with other realtors. But right off your website as well, you need to think in terms of how can I deliver content that's relevant to other realtors, that's going to ingratiate me with other realtors. So anyway, splitting up your list is part of it, but building those lists and concentrating on building those lists and getting feedback on the sequence that you're sending. So, every other day or every 3 days, whatever you want to do, different schools of thoughts on that. I tend to prefer leaving a little bit of space in between. There's some people who mail every single day. I'm a 2 to 3 day person, and I like to vary it a little bit so I don't seem like I'm on an exact, like every 2 days you get an email from me. My sequences tend to go something like, I'll send you an email right away, I'll send you an email the next day, then I'll wait a day and send you another one. I'll go on a 2-day sequence for a week, and then go to 3 days, and maybe have a couple of 1-day ones interspersed there. But you want to build up somewhere between 10 and 14 emails I'd recommend. That is a sequence. Sales numbers in other markets, in product oriented stuff, it's pretty consistent. It says that people need to have an exposure 7 times to your product before they're going to be in a position where they're starting to think about buying. So you want to get them back at least 7 times, and I'm sure with a product like a home, it's a much bigger decision, obviously. And if you're one of the realtors that is communicating regularly with them and that they feel that they've built a relationship with, a rapport with, use autoresponder software that lets you personalize the email. If it's not part of your real estate website package from your vendor, then go out and sign up. There's lots of other services that'll let you set up a pretty sophisticated autoresponder sequence. It's a invaluable tool, and once you start working it and once you start refining your email sequence, you'll find it's like magic. People are just coming out of the woodworks, it seems like, to do business with you, because of course by the time they are actually contacting you, they're ready to make a purchase, or they're ready to list their home, or whatever it is. And they feel like they know you, they feel like they have a personal relationship with you, because they've been getting all these personal emails from you. Dear Bob, here's today's valuable tip on how to improve your credit score, or whatever it is. So work on your email sequences, and I promise you that's a huge part of internet marketing. As the saying goes, money is in the list.